Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you are subscribed, thank you for supporting me and my journey. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys how I managed to 4x my business revenue within 1 year. And this was back in 2019. I managed to 4 times the amount that I did in 2018 in revenue in just 1 year. Now, I've kind of thought back to how this happened and what changes I made to my business and to myself within that year. And I know exactly now what to relate it to and what has helped me grow my business 4 times the amount within 1 year. So I've wrote down 8 reasons, and I'm going to keep it really short and sweet because I don't want you guys to be watching this for too long and get bored. So the first thing that I did was I researched what others did. Now, I want to get to a point where I am financially free. So I looked at people who were in business and who were entrepreneurs and who were financially free, and I just researched what they did. I looked at interviews from them, I looked at their books, I listened to their audiobooks, I listened to their podcasts and so on. So I basically tried to model what they did. So obviously I'm starting from scratch. I've come from the ground upwards. So everyone I was surrounded by weren't entrepreneurs, weren't financially free. So how was I to figure out what I needed to do without having that guidance? And that is where the researching what others were doing really helped me to expand my mind and figure out what I need to do to get to that next level. So the second thing I did was I read Think and Grow Rich, which is a book that I've mentioned a million times on my channel. And this book really changed my life, honestly. It's a really old book. It was like written in the early 1900s, like it's really, really old. But the principles are amazing and they can reflect and relate to you and your business and where you are in life right now. The simple principles I can tell you and what I remember from it is just having a burning desire for something, being persistent, and having faith. Those are the 3 chapters that I really love, the persistence, desire, and faith ones, because it really took me out of a dark place and showed me that I can get to where I want to be. I just have to be persistent with it and have a burning desire to get to that one goal. It also taught me the importance of having one goal and one ultimate goal and working towards that one thing. Whereas sometimes I'm all over the place, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I have so many different things I want to do, but it showed me the importance of having just the one thing. So I'll leave a link to that book down below so you can check it out. I highly recommend it, and if you are unsure about it, all you need to do is type in Think and Grow Rich on YouTube and you will find the a million reviews and positive outcomes from others that I've read the book to. So the third thing that I did was I changed my habits, and that was simply just switching up my routine. I used to watch a lot of reality and like trash TV shows like Black Ink Crew, Love and Hip Hop, those kind of things that I found were very distracting. And even when I was watching them, guys, like I love them shows, but when I was watching it I found that like my heart rate was beating because of the drama, especially like Basketball Wives, like the drama that was going on. I'd find my heart beating because I'm like nervous watching it as to like how they're bullying people and stuff, and I was just like, you know what, why am I spending my time on that? Here and there trash TV is okay, like when you want to relax and have nothing to think about, but if that is something that you're consuming all the time, it's not benefiting you in any way. And I realized that I was really watching rich and financially free people live their lives, but I was at home broke with no financial freedom and not living my best life. So if I want to get to where they are, doing this is not what's going to get me there. Do you think they sit and watch TV all day? No. So I had to cut out all distractions, and that included music for a period of time too, because I love music, but I found that a lot of the music I was listening to and the music that I love can be quite repetitive, and it's keeping you in that cycle of toxicity, of missing of wanting a relationship, of hurting, of things that have happened to you in the past, of the brokenness and trying to get out of being broke. Whereas I want to elevate and I want to get to the next level, so I can't keep thinking and consuming the same thing over and over and over and over again, which I was doing on my journeys. I'd listen to music. I do still here and there, but at that time I had to completely eliminate all distractions for, I think I did like a 21-day challenge, just to really reset my mind and get out of those old bad habits. Number 4 was I set clear and actionable goals. So I started to really realize that I need one ultimate goal in life, and then I can break that down into sections. So I can set goals for the year, 5 years, 10 years. I can set goals for the year in quarters, quarter by quarter, month by month, and then obviously figure out what I need to do daily to make that happen in that month. But having clear goals and knowing exactly where you're going will eliminate the anxiety, the not knowing where you're going in life, the feeling that you're a failure. Whereas if you have set goals and you know what you need to do to get there, you're going to feel more accomplished, and you have like a vision in mind and what you need to do every day. If things don't work, think, okay, what else can I do to get to this? Who do I need to know to get to this? It just makes it all very clear. And I like to put my goals up on my wall by my bed, so that when I wake up I see it. I have them in my phone, I have them in my journal, and I like to rewrite them and read them over and over again. I also at the time had the goal on my home screen, on my screensaver, so that I saw it every day. And after reading a lot of Think and Grow Rich and other interviews, they mentioned that you're meant to look at your goal a few times a day, which I've actually just remembered now that I'm filming this video, so I am going to start doing that now as well. You're meant to look at it at least 3 times a day, read it, take it in, soak it in, feel that it's going to happen, and then move on with the day. But it's just a reminder to yourself of what you're working towards and what the goal is. So number 5 was I made a new routine. So I had a new nighttime routine. I switched my nighttime to 10 p.m. I need to be in bed by like 9:30 and be sleeping by 10. That's now changed because I feel like I've elevated, I've done my years of the 10 p.m. But I do usually go to bed at 10 p.m. and then fall asleep around 11. But I had a strict 10 p.m. bedtime, and then I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and then I would do my journaling, my affirmation, listening to affirmations. I'd head to the gym, 5 a.m. club, come home and be really, really strict with my routine. I'd get straight into work, I'd be productive, and I'd get everything that I can possibly get done in that day, done, finito, and I'd feel more accomplished throughout the week, and I just had more direction for my day. Because when you work for yourself, you feel like no one's over your shoulder telling you what to do, so you kind of get away with a lot of things. Whereas if you want to get to a certain goal and you're not getting there, you need to be strict on yourself. So I became my own real boss because I was telling myself what I needed to do, and I was giving myself deadlines, and that's what really helped to change my routine. So consider going to bed earlier and waking up earlier too. So the next one was I invested in learning. So as I mentioned before, I cut out all of the distractions, but I then introduced and replaced it with learning. So I would listen to a million books on Audible. I'll leave the link to a trial for Audible down below, but I would just, on my journeys here and there, I wasn't driving at the time, so I do a lot of bus journeys, tube journeys, train journeys, and on those journeys I'm listening to Audible books, audio books. I'm listening to podcasts that are business related, that are product business related, that are financially freedom related, that are e-commerce related, that are social media marketing related. I would listen to speeches from Les Brown. I really, really recommend his series on Audible. Les Brown, it's like seminar audio, so audios from the speeches that he'd done at seminars years ago. But listening to that over and over and over again, I can feel it right now. That really, really changed my life. Like, those speeches changed my life. Les Brown changed my life. I don't know how I was never introduced to him earlier. I only just learnt about him back in 2018. So he's a life changer. If you're stuck in life right now and you need to start from scratch and move yourself up, Les Brown is the person for you to really get you motivated and feel like you can do it. I'd also invest in courses. So at the time I came across a woman, God bless her, rest in peace, to CC, the six-figure chick. She had a series of courses that you can take on all different topics, and her courses were so helpful, and they actually inspired me to make my own course. I've always wanted to make a course, but I'm finally made it come true. My course, How to Start a Product Business from Scratch, launches at the end of April, so I'll leave the details for that down below. But yeah, purchasing courses really helped, because it's that one-to-one. You get way more information than you would on social media or listening to a podcast or listening to videos, because it's more content, it's longer form. You usually have hours of lessons and stuff to really take from, and for me it's more valuable than uni, to be fair. I feel like I could have learned so much just from buying courses from experts in my industries instead of learning from a university lecturer. No shade. So the next one is learning more about how to manage my finances. Now, I never used to tithe. I never knew what budgeting, I knew how to budget, but I didn't. So I didn't separate my money into percentages. I didn't have separate bank accounts for profit, for savings. I didn't invest. I just spent my money. Money comes in, money goes out. At the end of the month, I thought it was normal to have no money left from the last paycheck. So I'd live paycheck to paycheck. I'd save where I could, but if I needed to go into it, I would go into it. And if I didn't have any money for something, I would take out a payday loan. It's fine, I'll pay it back later. Don't pay it back later, get bad credit. So it was time for me to really boss up and grow up and figure out how this finance thing works, how to get out of debt, how to build up your credit, and how to save. So that's something that I did. I recommend Dave Ramsey for that. He has a really good formula of how to get out of debt, how to build up your savings, how to give money. They say to tithe 10%, and also you can give away like 5% to causes or people that you feel in your heart, okay, I want to give to them. So that's something that I've introduced lately too, and it has worked for me. I found that when I tithed 10% of my income every month, I get more. And then people used to always tell me this, and I thought, yeah, right, sure, that's not gonna work. It works. I'm not gonna lie to you, it actually works. So give that a try too, and also read the book Profit First. I'll leave the link to everything down below. That's a really good book to really help you manage your business finances as a business owner. So the last one I'm going to say is just belief. Self-belief that I could 4 times my income. Self-belief that I could get out of debt. Self-belief that I can have a successful business. It was all about affirmations and belief, and knowing that I was going to make it happen, and knowing that it's happened for other people, so it can happen for me. So having that belief inside is going to really help keep you going, along with all the other things that I've mentioned, and then taking action and finding out what actually needs to be done. You can be positive, you can be you can have the desire, you can know that you're going to get it, but if you don't know how to get it, then it won't happen. So make sure you learn what you need to do to make it happen too. And luckily there's loads of free resources on this, but if you want more information, more detailed in a course, I'd recommend checking out my new course, How to Build a Product Business from Scratch. So that is how I full-timed my income. I hope that helps. Also check out my video on vision boarding, because vision boarding was another part of the goal setting section of this video. So check those out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.